This is the Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, and these earbuds have two sides to it. On one side, this is extremely hyped. Every day there's a new Reddit post or a tweet saying, "Hey, have you checked out these earbuds?" Oh, yes, I have. Are you in love? Yes, I'm in love. Are you in love? I'm in love. Yeah, I agree. Then there's the flip side. There's obviously talks of the AirPods inspiration. There's been lots of reports of quality control issues. So yeah, lots of news, lots of conspiracy, and let's get down with it. But before that, the customary Sillycorns intro. This is Rupesh, you're watching Sillycorns. Time to hit that subscribe button, time to hit that bell icon real hard. And I'm going to divide this video into 3 sections. So this design has got to be the biggest talking point. First of all, this is a huge change compared to the Buds 2 Pro. Like, I think a full 100%, if I may call it. And yes, this does remind you of the AirPods design from the top, and it takes you back to Samsung as soon as you reach the LEDs and the sharp cuts. Me personally, I found the design to be very cool. The case has a metallic finish because of the grey color, which complements this smoky, transparent lid. And in my long-term usage, I'd say the scratches are a bit more visible than other earbuds. The one thing I like, these can stand like this and looks way cool on my desk. And opening the case, you realize there's a lot going on here. I mean, the buds are enclosed in a separate black housing with these blue and orange accents for the left and right earbuds. And talking about the earbuds, the finish is the same, but there's a blade sort of design. And I really like the looks of these, but practicality wise, when you go and put these back in the case, these go in at a certain angle, leaving very little wiggle room. For instance, these are the AirPods Pro 2, and you can put them back in different angles. And just with a nudge here, these just slot in perfectly themselves. Not something I can say with the Galaxy Buds, again, because of the blade design. Moving on, this too has the orange and blue markings, and yes, how can one overlook these LEDs? These light up every time when you put the buds back in the case, or when you're pairing them or using Find My. Now, they don't remain always on to save battery, obviously, but if you want, you can manually turn them on at all times like this, and there are different lighting effects to choose from. So they went out on quality control because these ear tips were breaking. Well, turns out there's a certain way to remove these ear tips, and Samsung kind of forgot to put out this video earlier. Anyway, the case has the LED here, the pairing button, and the USB-C port on the bottom, and there's wireless charging supported. The buds are IP57 rated, so should be fine with water, and these are super comfortable. You do get these extra ear tips in the box, and I've been testing these a lot. I did go to a workout for 2 days to complete my yearly quota, and these are super comfortable, don't drop off. झूठ क्या है? तुमको कैसे पता? जाता हूँ मैं वर्कआउट करने के लिए. I also love the controls this has. So this supports pinch controls and slide controls for volume, and they are positioned here. So it took some time for me to get used to it. But once I did, these worked out so well. And I know pinch controls isn't anything new, but the best part is you get these button-like tactile feedback when you use these pinch controls, and that's super satisfying. Attention to detail. Now, the debatable design aside, you buy premium earbuds because you want premium sound, and specs-wise, these are packed. So these have a woofer and a planar tweeter, first time on a Galaxy Buds, and they are independently controlled by dual amps. And as for the audio quality, the transient response is amazing. I mean, the sound is both produced and decayed in no time, and this makes listening to every nuance in a singer's voice and finer details with the instruments much easier and soothing. The bass also sounds natural, the echo remains on point, the soundstage is wide and dispersed. The timbre with these is at an unbeatable level. I mean, every sound these earbuds produce has its own sort of fingerprint, and to put it kind of simply, these earbuds sound fantastic. There are also 6 different equalizer modes, and all of them bring something to the table. For example, the treble boost mode works so well with the planar tweeters that you get to listen to a lot of unheard instruments in a song. I mean, even for your favorite song, you feel like you're listening it for the very first time. And thanks again to the big planar tweeters, the dynamic EQ here is able to make the audio more lively. There's also a smooth EQ mode to let you focus on something else while you're listening to a soulful audio, and a clear EQ mode for listening to vocal-centric music or maybe podcasts. These earbuds also support Samsung Seamless Codec, which enables the high-res audio mode, and I tried out, it does make a difference. You instantly hear more details, but do note that this is limited to Samsung devices only. Now, moving on to the ANC, these buds also have really good ANC, very effective, cutting down a lot of intricate noises while being comfortable, and you can change the ANC levels too. But what's really good is the adaptive ANC, which kind of listens to the noises in the environment and creates a balance between the ANC and the ambient sound. It works well, but I did feel it impacting the audio quality a tiny bit. The ambient mode is also very good, feels very natural. And as for the mics, you get 3 mics in each bud, and I like how you can record 360-degree audio from the mics in these buds using Samsung phones. And while I wouldn't call the mic quality to be the absolute best, it's fairly crisp, works great for most calls unless you're in a super noisy environment. As for the battery on the Buds are actually smaller compared to Buds 2 Pro, while the case battery remains the same. And the battery life is actually decentish. I got around 5 hours with continuous music playback at 75% volume and ANC on, which like I said is decentish. Oh, so next up, the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro are feature-packed. A lot of it is powered by Galaxy AI, and all of it is kind of expected from what is Samsung's flagship earbuds. But what's not expected is a lot of these features are actually useful, not gimmicky at all. For example, this has voice commands that just work. So I can just say, play music. It just works. No hi, hello required. Volume up. Stop the music. Works. Now, if you do want to do some hi hello, there is hands-free Bixby supported, so even if your phone is in your pocket or say in the other room, Hi Bixby works through the Buds mics and lets you play a song, check the weather, the usual. These Buds also work with the Interpreter app on Samsung phones, and in the conversation mode, what you say is translated and played on the phone speakers, and when the other person speaks, you hear the translation on the Buds. The Buds 3 Pro also finally have the voice detect feature where the Buds detect when you're speaking and instantly change the ANC to transparency while lowering the music volume down. Works very well and it's useful. These can also detect sirens to change the ANC mode, and I like this option to hear ambient noise when in calls so you don't go ballistic in calls. These also have 360-degree audio with head tracking supported, which works well and I think makes sense with movies and shows. You also get auto play pause support, and you can even turn this on for when you remove only one earbud, something that was missing in the Buds 2 Pro. There's also next stretch reminders using the sensors in the Buds. A gaming mode is here as well, although I did find the latency to be fine even without it. There's also Find My support, but no speaker on the case. Now coming to the price, the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro are premium earbuds and they're priced like one. These cost 20k, 17k with the bank discount. And if you ask me my opinion on this, I think these are really good. I mean, these are very comfortable and I personally think these look really cool, especially in this metallic finish. Just don't get in white. The sound quality is fantastic, actually an upgrade from the already very good Buds 2 Pro, and gets all the basics right while packing in a ton of useful features. Yes, the battery could have been better, but other than that, this is just solid, really premium earbuds. I mean, if you have the budget, I don't think you'll be disappointed by these, but there's one thing to note. See, some of the really good features in the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro are limited to Samsung devices only, be it multiple device switching or high-res support, 360-degree audio, gaming mode, Bixby wake-up support, or real-time interpretation. Now, I understand, I get it, Samsung wants to push its ecosystem, but I think the multi-point connectivity feature, which is so useful, should have been there for everyone. Anyway, I want to know your thoughts on the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, so comment down below, and if you still have any more questions, make sure to comment below and answer them. Thanks for watching, do hit subscribe, and see you in the next one.